Okay guys, bit of a different one today. Decided to go and have a little flight with the drone over St. Joseph's Seminary in Holland. Just have a little look what's happening over there, see the state of the building, see what it looks like. And as you can see from the pictures below, there is some work going on down there. There's a bit of heavy machinery operating down there. As you can see in the centre of the picture now, we'll have a bit of a closer look at it in a short while. There are some huge steel structures that have been constructed down there, and some concrete bases down there too. As you can see, looking at the roof that collapsed early in 2023 on the east wing, that's not worsened at all, but nothing's been done to kind of like prevent it getting any worse or to do anything with it. It's kind of just been sat, it's been left there really. You can see we're all the way down through there, at least a couple of floors down anyhow, into there, what was all the rooms below. As you see, we just spin it around a bit, you'll notice the south-east tower still waterlogged. It was, we all believe the floors have collapsed from pictures I've seen inside of there as well. And we get a look at a load of steels that were getting unloaded when I was over here today. That's this big articulated flatbed trailer. And I presume it's to make some more of this frame that seems to be under construction. I'm not sure what it's for, to be honest with you, but hopefully you can find some more info about it. If anyone has any ideas about what's going on or can explain the frame in any way, please add it into the comments below, so everybody can get an idea of what's happening. I have done a look at planning applications, and there's nothing in the last year from the Derwent Group, or whatever they want to call themselves these days, to say that anything's planned on here. So I imagine it's not any major changes, but they have been known for being quite secretive in the past and just doing what they want without informing people. So I wouldn't put anything past them, to be honest with you. What I would say is, though, they've been reluctant to spend any money on the building whatsoever in the time they've owned it, apart from putting steel shutters on the windows and building a big fence around it. So why would they want to start building these massive, and they are massive, structures that are down here now, unless there's something in it for them? Like, they seem to look like, and you'll see a bit of a closer look shortly, as if they're going to stand in the concrete bases at the bottom and maybe support the outside walls somehow. But is that the correct, or is that how buildings are normally supported? I thought there might be like some steel beams in some part, but to build a big structure. But I couldn't see a way that, as you just look inside, so if you just look inside the building now, you can still see the sinks and radiators hanging on in there. It's like, I don't understand why they need something so big if they're aiming at supporting the building. But let's be honest, they're not building an extension onto it, and it doesn't look like something you could work off. Or look, this isn't a listed part of the building, so it's not a case of that they'd need to work around it to work on the listed parts. This part here dates back to like the early 1900s, so can't really figure out what it is they're doing, what's their objective, what they're trying to do. You know, they may be trying to cover it, they may be trying to weatherproof it, I don't know, but it seems to be quite an expensive way of doing it. You can see the footholes already drilled into these concrete like plinths, and they seem to match up with the base and how the steels are laid out. But like I said, you know, what's happening, has anybody got any idea? Anybody with an engineering background or a building background maybe got an idea of what they might be up to? You know, what is happening? A little pan up here and you can see back over across the roof. A lot of the damage has taken place on this east side of the building, where it suddenly like just gave way at the beginning of last year. As you can see, it is just brick, so what they've got to gain from supporting it or doing something else with it. If they did that, to be honest with you, I thought they'd demolish it, if anything, knowing the track record of Derwent Group before, using any excuse to pull it down. You can see it's collapsed on the sides further along that roof section as well. Like obviously it's a huge building. You can see this from the aerial footage here, and that ivy's stunning on it in the summer. The church in the top left-hand side of the screen there dates back to the 1930s, and then you've got on the top, and kind of to the top left of the screen, you've got the grade, I think it's grade 1 listed, like in the brown, darky brown stone. That dates back to the 1880s. That is the grade 1 listed bit as I understand it. This is a bit that would obviously have to be saved if any part of the building was still to stand, and the other bits were demolished, unfortunately. I think the church would have to stay as well too. But look, I'm going to give you a flight round in a second, so if anybody wants to have another look at it, you can see that from the flight. But if you've got any comments or any ideas what's going on, please put it into the comments below. Derwent Group, I read, did put the property and the 370 odd acres around it up for sale earlier this year. I think they've tried for 20 years to just hope it'll fall down, or hope they'll get whatever planning permission they want. It's not been granted for them, which is rightly so. And then they've decided, what, we want to give up on it. Maybe this is something to do with building these steels on the side. Maybe it's to try and push a sale through for a future owner, maybe, who knows. But look, any info, please throw it in there, and if not, well, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.